episode 54. Shout out to everybody that's been tapped in. Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in. I definitely appreciate the support. If this is your first time checking out my podcast, basically I give you the 5 songs that I've been vibing with. Along with that, I give you some NFL reactions, some NBA reactions. This week we're going to focus on the Super Bowl recap. The Chiefs definitely did their thing this year, but the Eagles came a close second, man. With that being said, let's get straight into it. Coming in at number 5 on the Keeping It Real Frame podcast, Lil Russell, all the way from the Bay. Track is called Days Like This. If you haven't heard about him, he's an independent artist doing his thing. Been putting in the work a long time. Even had a meeting with Rock Nations a couple weeks ago. Funny story, but y'all gotta look it up. Again, this is number 5 song that I've been vibing with. Lil Russell, Days Like This. Check it out.
Big braids in. Mama always said it'd be days like this. 15K to get a stage like this. Paid it out of pocket and I still split the profit. Opened up hella doors and niggas still knocking. 4 years later, look at that, I'm still popping. Me and Fonnie solid as boulders, we still rocking. Me and Yaya growing, she teaching me how to live. Took so much from her, she teaching me how to give. Hard hat on, we renovating the crib. I ain't got a front, bitch, this really how I live. Shout out UTC, my nigga Jesus from Tears. It's different. Look at how life grows. You ain't really happy if you're cheating on your wife, bro. Learning hard lessons. Know you at your lowest when you're stressing over blessings. With a full check-ins.
Yeah.
Ha, niggas get lost in it. I was wearing shame like a mane. I was tossed in it. My life's a motherfucking movie. I'm a boss in it. It's hard to see it through. When you live with the pressure of people living through you. In and out the bank.
That was number 5 song I've been vibing with. Lil Russell, Days Like This. Check it out if you haven't heard that. Coming in at number 4 on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast, A Boogie, Take Shots. Definitely a club vibe. This song kind of got overlooked off his album. It came out a couple months ago. Definitely a vibe, man, especially if you're in a club environment, you chilling, you with your friends, you with your girl, you know, y'all want to take some shots. Better throw on this song. Again, this is number 4 song I've been vibing with. A Boogie, Take Shots.
I can get you Fendi, Prada, Christian, Gucci. Baby, spend some time, I spin this change like loose leaf. Hot like grabber, come in, mama. Baby, spin around, let me see how you move loosely. Hop inside the Lambo, it's just us in a 2-seat. Everything I got on from the shoes that have this beastie. Plenty, penny, I'm feeling woozy. I took too many, tonight is a movie. Look, take shots, take shots, take shots, shot after shot. Woo! What drink you drink, cause I'm trying to ease your mind. Sip slow, don't drink fast, I'm trying to make this last. Oh, oh. Like I tell you, take shot, take shot, take shot. I need transparency, tell me what's on your mind. Take shots like back shots, mad shots, shot after shot. Hey, I can get you drunk, sloppy, top me, get a head low like lobby, beat it up, rocky, chain, swinging, name, ringing, shit change, don't entertain the same women. Uzi, why like your vibe?
Alright, that's all I got for number 4, man. That was the number 4 track on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast, A Boogie featuring Tory Lanez, Take Shot. Coming in at number 3 on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast. Shout out to that boy Roddy Richh. This off his latest album. The song is called Fade Away. A dope vibe, especially you chilling with your lady, you vibing out, you know, date night, whatever the case may be. You might want to throw this on. Let her know how you feel, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a dope song. I like the hook. I like the words. He definitely doing this thing. And I definitely was vibing out to this. This is the number 3 track I've been vibing with. Roddy Richh, Fade Away. Check it out.
I can't wait to show you off. You a diamond in the rough. Cut off from a different cloth. I ain't tryna do too much. I just wanna take your pain away. Tell you that you're beautiful, gorgeous every day. I tell God that you're the greatest that he ever made. I hope that it's never gonna fade away. If I was locked up in a cell, would you write me? Overseas getting money, would you Skype me? They try to entice me, I tread lightly. Love's unlikely, cause hoes pricey. Can you come around and live and breathe trust? Live your whole life with your feet up. I just love your energy, so I bought a new Patek Philippe. Black Chanel shades on, I know you can barely see. Hermes garments, make sure you wind up. Take you out to Greece and introduce you to foreigners. Treat Mercedes-Benz like it's Taurus R Us. And I just do it just because I can't wait to show you off. You a diamond in the rough, cut off from a different cloth. I ain't trying to do too much, I just want to take your pain away.
All right, that's number 3 track I've been vibing with. Roddy Richh, Fade Away. If you haven't heard that track, check it out. Number 2 track I've been vibing with. Shout out to that boy Metro Boomin, Future. This track is called Superheroes. Definitely a dope vibe. It had to grow on me. At first, I wasn't really rocking with the track, but Future talking that talk and Metro coming with them hits on that beat. And yeah, it's definitely a dope vibe. If you haven't heard it, check it out. Number 2 track I've been vibing with. Metro Boomin featuring Future. Superhero. Check it out.
Drinking dope, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Hit that pill, turn me to a superhero, yeah. On my 90s, turn me to a superhero, yeah. Metro, don't trust me. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah. Came in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets. Y'all nigga made, spraying on the crowd, take to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my bitch is a star. Nigga get rich, ready to take you to war. Piss on your casket, shoot at your bra. Do you something nasty, roll you in the car. Bitch get graphic, fuck me in the car. I get your brand new roller tomorrow. I put that brand new roll on your arm. Ain't no slow, but I'm still on arm. Tennis braces and they came with the frost. Cuban links all the way up to your jaw. Step on the swag when I step on the bra. $2 a half. Ooh, that's the cheapest one. Stacking these virgins up like coupons. Told you from up again, upper echelon. I get the stacking up. I'm untouchable. I get to represent money multiple. I'm at the top of the charts, unapproachable. Bread by the loaf, turbo the motor, tic-tac-toe, kill another vulture.
That's all I check it out, man. You know that's a vibe. Future in there, fly as fuck, doing his thing. That was number 2 track on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast. Let's move right along to the number 1 track I've been vibing with. Number 1 track I've been vibing with this week. Shout out to that boy Spesh. Shout out to Harry Fraud. Shout out to Benny. Shout out to Ransom. Definitely a dope track. Came out a couple months ago. Being the Brothers. If you want to hear some real spitters, you definitely got to check out this song, man. Definitely a dope vibe. Definitely get you in your bag, especially if you're a hip-hop dude and you about them bars. You definitely got to check this song out. This number 1 song on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast this week. 38 Spesh, Being the Brothers. Check it out.
Yeah, I got a pistol when it's staying by me. I got a lot of issues, so my death is anticipated highly. That was me facilitating robberies. I'm like a hardware store. I take a key and start making copies. Kill me, it's gonna take a posse. You thinking wisely, and I refuse to let you dudes patronize me. I charge 100 for an A for broccoli. You heard about me, I got enough greenhouses to play Monopoly. Caucasians selling yang and lobbies. Few bitches I fuck had ugly faces with amazing bodies. I'm frustrated when I hate about me. I took my bank statements and made a diary. That's great advisory, huh? I ain't waiting till the label sign me. I had illegal empires that probably generate the same disguises. I remember playing on them side streets. Then I built a brand with my brothers like the Wayans and the Osmonds.
Yeah, I know you probably heard I gave them crumbs. Then I made a run and rap, gave it back and donated funds. Provided jobs for my neighbor's sons. Built foundations to save the slums while talking about cocaine and guns. My ex told me we don't date because I'm too self-centered. I spent more time counting than making love. A contractor, I could make a plug. I contacted with a load and a number sweeter than maple syrup. That first million...
Man, that's the number 1 track I got for y'all, man. Again, that was number 1 track, 38 Spesh. Being the Brothers, check that out, man. I told you, elite rap only, man. That's a dope. You know, that get me in my zone. I pop that in. You know, I'm heading across town, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, vibing out. Again, that was number 1 track on the Keeping It Real Frank podcast. Now let's move over and let's talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. Let me give you my reaction to the Super Bowl last week. We back with it. This is my reaction to the Super Bowl this past Sunday. Super Bowl 56, if y'all missed it, if you was under a rock or something. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. We all know that the Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. It definitely was a good game. Both teams played dynamic. Both QBs stepped up to the plate and put their team on their back, and I definitely respect both those quarterbacks. But let's get straight into it. After Patrick Mahomes winning his second Super Bowl in 5 years, it's clear that he's definitely the best QB in the league. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. Like, he separate himself from a lot of people, and he on the road to becoming another young GOAT, like the GOAT of all time, my boy Tom Brady. It's still kind of early, but we're going to give him that. He's definitely a playmaker, and he definitely did his thing. Along with saying that, though, we got to be honest. We have to be honest. Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts definitely did his thing in the Super Bowl. He definitely carried the Philadelphia Eagles on his back. He stepped up to that stage, not nervous. Some people even say he outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the big game. He had 304 yards passing, 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. You know how hard that is to do a rushing touchdown in the NFL, especially in the Super Bowl? He had 4 total touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, honestly, he had better coaching. He been in that position before. And, some people went with the Eagles, some people went with the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think this came down to coaching. Whoever had the better coach was the one who was going to win that game. Shout out again to Patrick Mahomes. Definitely had only 182 passing yards, but it wasn't all about the yards. It was more so about the scheme and what he brought to the table. But it's time for us to put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. It's time for us to put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. Even though Patrick Mahomes did his thing and he's the MVP, Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP, Jalen Hurts has definitely proven himself to be a top 3 QB. And with that being said, we definitely got to put some respect on his name. It was a great game by both teams. Overall, I'm looking forward to the next season. It was a great season by the NFL, but the better team won. So with that being said, thank you for watching Keeping It Real Frank, episode 54. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. Appreciate the support. Peace.